As a family-friendly cinematic experience, Wonka offers an enjoyable time, largely elevated by Timothée Chalamet's standout performance as the titular character. Chalamet brings a youthful and naive charm to Wonka, who harbors dreams of establishing a chocolate store. Now, as much as I want to talk about Wonka, let's get the side characters and villains out of the way first. Turning our attention to the supporting cast, the side characters, while serviceable, lack depth and complexity. They fulfill their roles in advancing the plot and possess a certain charm, but they do not leave a lasting impression. Though Hugh Grant's portrayal of the Oompa Loompa adds a delightful and entertaining element to the film. The movie introduces two sets of villains, the Chocolate Cartel and the Innkeeper Lady along with her bodyguard/lover. While adhering to standard conventions, these antagonists deliver decent performances, effectively contributing to the credible threat in the storyline. Also, among the side characters, Noodle stands out. But despite having a well executed portrayal, with her being nice, wholesome, and also having a sad past, her character falls a bit short in conveying a certain emotional depth, which I'll delve into later. In the musical department, Wonka excels, featuring well crafted musical numbers that do not overstay their welcome. Songs like A World of Your Own, Scrub Scrub, You've Never Had Chocolate Like This, and For a Moment showcase captivating visuals, charming compositions, and an overall warmth. The Oompa Loompa song, in particular, is catchy and deserves special mention. Now, before diving into the portrayal of Wonka in the 2023 film, it's worth noting that my perspective is shaped by having watched the 2005 Johnny Depp version multiple times as a kid, with no exposure to the Gene Wilder rendition. Now, Wonka is young here, so it is understandable why he's so naive and gullible. Compared to him, the Wonka in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory feels like a villain sometimes, who just wants to see kids drown in chocolate. But I understand that in his adult life he went through phases to become like this, a bit awkward, cold, but is also welcoming to people he genuinely trusts. But the two characters feel way too detached in my opinion. It seems like the movie missed an opportunity to explore and bridge the gap between these two extremes. The 2023 Wonka could have delved deeper into establishing the essence of the adult Wonka's cold demeanor, perhaps incorporating some character development. Like, as the story progressed, Wonka could have matured a bit as well to tackle his threats, especially given the weighty theme of capitalism that runs through the narrative. Finally, the climax of this film is also quite underwhelming for me. While acknowledging the sweetness of the scenes where Noodle imparts English lessons to Wonka, the emotional payoff is satisfactory but with untapped potential. A proposed alternative, I would say, involves a scenario where Wonka is being separated from Noodle during the climax, forcing him to navigate a situation where he must rescue her by reading and pulling the right levers, tying back to the English lessons. Afterward, they could have had an emotional moment where he appreciates Noodle for teaching him English and vice versa. I feel like this would have been more powerful and satisfying than the Oompa Loompa swooping in to save them. He can still come, but at a later sequence where the villains would hold him at gunpoint. Moreover, there is a small twist in this movie, which is okay, but at the end, when Noodle finally finds her mother, the emotional depth is a bit lacking. Mind you, there is an ah moment due to a few scenes where she mentions her mom, which has some nice visuals too. But I personally think the emotional reconciliation in the 2005 version between Willy and his dad was just a tad better than this one. Despite these critiques, the overall experience was enjoyable, even if it may not be a film that lingers in memory. Not every movie will be jaw-droppingly memorable that will be etched into my soul. A good time is good enough. So, what did you think of the new Wonka movie? Was it bad? Good? Share your thoughts down in the comments. And with that, thank you for watching, everyone.